and 7 Spanish angels took another angel home.
Hey, I'm Willie Nelson, and you're watching HempRock TV.
We don't run, and we don't compromise, we don't quit, we never do.
Howdy-ho, neighbors. I ain't been up for a while, but we got a new show for you. I'll let you know what's happening with the cancer after the show. So let's talk about excrement, feces, and urine spread in the Capitol. Does this not anger you? Are you not upset and angry that these people were allowed to do this horrible thing to our Capitol? There used to be the party that was out of office was the Loyal Opposition. You know, legislators would negotiate for the good of the country. Yeah, Charlie, we'll get you that bridge. Go ahead and sign this bill, you know, and help us do some infrastructure and, you know, but that don't happen anymore. No longer is this true. The Republican Party has dropped all pretensions of being a legitimate party that can efficiently run the federal government. One has only to look at the disastrous ending of every Republican president since Nixon. They cannot run the government. The only reason they're there is to try and shift as much money as possible to their wealthy donors and the corporations and all that crap. Now they're seeing a future as a perennial minority, and it's got them shook. So what are they doing? They're passing hundreds of voter suppression bills, many of which will be declared unconstitutional or have to go through the courts. It's an attack on our democracy. Had those people been successful on January 6th, you would no longer decide who is going to be your leader. And the 140 some odd Republican legislators who supported that action should be censured and removed from Congress. Every damn one of them. Just like they did the Confederates at the end of the Civil War. They are no longer the loyal opposition. They are the disloyal opposition. They are in favor of ending our democracy. It's as clear as glass. The Republican legislators who supported this rebellion, and it was a rebellion, should be dealt with accordingly. They should be censured, as I said, and removed from Congress. They are no better than the Confederates of the old South, wanting to create their own country so they continue slavery. You guys want to create your own country so you can continue being racist. So it's okay to call people names and beat them up. Some guy with a bicycle chain hit some old woman in the mouth simply because she was at a beach he didn't think she should be at. And Trump and his white supremacist supporters all have made this okay to do. Somehow it's okay to be racist. Somehow it's okay to call people names out in public and all that. It's not, and it never will be. So you guys are fighting a lost cause. Come back to being, again, the loyal opposition. You know these bills are good for the country. You know that they're going to improve our situation and make life better for everybody. Why are you against them? Do you hate the American people, or is it just the poor American people that you hate? somehow, as I am trying to rid my body of cancer, we must also rid our country of this malady, a disease so evil it has many on the right rooting for it. If you support Donald Trump and the Republicans at this time, you support ending our democracy. Period. You cannot say you support the Republican Party and then turn around and say you support democracy. It's two different things. The Republicans are trying to destroy our democracy. They're not trying to build it up. They're not trying to pass bills to make your life better. Maybe a $50 raise in Social Security or some shit like that. They ain't doing that. All they want to do is maintain power. So what are they doing? They're passing bills to make it harder for poor people and black people and brown people to vote. It's as disgusting a situation as you could ever come up with. Something needs to be done. And those 140 odd congressmen need to be thrown out of Congress. We cannot allow this kind of disloyalty and treason to go on. It's got to be dealt with. And the first thing to do is censure those legislators and throw them out of Congress. One side, one party wants to increase your wages, make your life better, get you health care, do good things for the country, build up the infrastructure. What does the other one want to do? Stop you from voting. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. Fight as hard as you can, just like I'm fighting over this cancer. Don't quit. They are not the loyal opposition any longer. They are the disloyal opposition and should be treated as such. And that's it for today. On the cancer front, we have had 6 rounds of chemo. They said they wouldn't have done 5 if it wasn't working, so that's a good sign. I've got 2 rounds to go. And if I look strung out and dragged out a little bit, that's how it makes you feel. But here we are, and we managed to get out a show. So see you next time, folks.
Hi, I'm Willie Nelson, and the Willie Nelson Teapot Party and I endorse Veterans for Medical Cannabis Access.
Just roll me up and smoke me when I die.